Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to my channel called zuzanareacts, where I learn all things Bharat with your help, and I just share my Slovak Central European point of view. And in today's video, we are going to look into Nalanda University and how it's being brought back to its glory. So, before we jump into today's video,
Please like this video and click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you so much for your support.
Okay, so I've done already a video on Nalanda University and you know how it was basically a center of kind of knowledge and teachings in Asia a long time ago, and it looks like India is trying to resurrect its heritage, which is pretty fascinating. So let's see what is being discussed about this.
Nalanda University. Many are shocked around the world. After the Ram Mandir opening, what is India doing now? A global heritage that transformed the world in so many ways. Now what? Injecting life into this ancient civilization, rejuvenating the core structures of Mother India. In multiple ways, India is reclaiming its ancient glory. What is happening in India now will be remembered for generations. A special day for India's education sector. Inauguration of the new campus of Nalanda University. The Prime Minister of India feels that this university will surely go a long way in catering to the educational needs of the youth. Yes, these are incredible scenes. Who would have thought something like this was going to be possible in India, let's say 20 years ago? But things are changing, and the world is noticing these changes in India. In Mr. Modi's words, it is a reiteration of our commitment to encourage learning, research, and innovation. It is also an effort to draw the best scholars from the world to come and pursue their education in our country. Nalanda University is described as a symbol of India's academic heritage and vibrant cultural exchange. The rich heritage of Nalanda cannot be ignored, even by the media sharks of the Western colonial criminal states. For example, take a look at this article on the BBC. Nalanda, the university that changed the world. It describes how more than 500 years before Oxford University was founded, India's Nalanda University was home to 9 million books and attracted 10,000 students from around the world. Nalanda is considered the world's first residential university, a sort of medieval Ivy League institution, home to 9 million books that attracted 10,000 students from across Eastern and Central Asia. They gathered here to learn medicine, logic, mathematics, and above all, Buddhist principles from some of the era's most revered scholars. Not only that, in the more than 7 centuries that Nalanda flourished, there was nothing else like it in the world. The monastic university predates the University of Oxford and Europe's oldest university, Bologna, by more than 500 years. What's more, Nalanda's enlightened approach to philosophy and religion would help shape the culture of Asia long after the university ceased to exist. As observed here, the monarchs of the Gupta Empire that founded exist.
Oh. Can I go back here a second? This to me looks like Thailand. Is this India? I just came back from India. I've never seen this type of architecture. This just reminds me of Thailand. Let me know.
Observed here, the monarchs of the Gupta Empire that founded the Buddhist monastic university were devout Hindus but sympathetic and accepting towards Buddhism. And perhaps Nalanda's most profound and lingering legacy is its achievements in mathematics and astronomy. According to Sugato Mukherjee, in the 1190s, the university was destroyed by a marauding troop of invaders led by Turco-Afghan military general Bakhtiar Khilji, who sought to extinguish the Buddhist center of knowledge during his conquest of northern and eastern India. Even this article in the Pakistani newspaper mentioned that Nalanda University was destroyed by foreign invaders more than 800 years ago. It also highlighted how many wealthy Indian families send their children abroad to the United States, Australia, and Britain to complete their education, and graduates often never return home permanently. Well, it seems that the country is taking several steps in the right direction. Setting up new aims, new IITs, and new IIMs is part of that vision. But setting up new universities or new campuses is just the first step. The next step is to maintain the right environment to study. Yes, a normal environment to study in, not the fight environment that is prevalent in the Western universities that are facing qualification. Dear Indians and foreign students, please listen carefully. When you step on this new campus of this university in India, You will not be an indirect beneficiary of the dirty slave trade money that built or benefited numerous universities in the West. You will not be using the infrastructure that was built with looted money. Instead, you will be using the infrastructure of a country that is rebuilding itself after all the colonial looting and destruction it faced. But it is not only about principles and values. For India, the other important step would be to create the right employment and business opportunities. And with India's booming economy, the future seems promising. On the one hand, it is becoming the hub of startups and unicorns, and on the other hand, it is keeping its civilizational heritage alive. Yes, as observed by Mr. Modi, this place is one of the greatest seats of learning in the ancient world. This site offers a profound glimpse into the scholarly past that once thrived here. Nalanda has created an intellectual spirit that continues to thrive in our nation. Yes, Indians are reviving their heritage and intellectual traditions, one step at a time.
Well, I believe this is it for the video. Very interesting. So I think when Nalanda was open, I was actually in India, so I didn't have time to actually shoot this. And this is quite fascinating subject, considering how, where the heritage goes, etc. So my first question actually goes to you, like, how do you feel about this? In the video, Karolina talks about students studying and bringing in the best scholars. Now, how is this going to work? So this is a new campus, so I presume that there was something already open for Nalanda, but please do let me know. I believe, like, when you're a student, you just want to go with the best university. So I'd be curious to know how good is this particular university ranking. I understand that some centuries ago, it was really good, and it was like a center for education. However, things have changed. Well, also, I know that you have a better school than MIT in India. So I'm just curious, especially now talking to the student audience, how attracted are you to Nalanda right now? Because it's all well and nice, and this is a skeptic in me, to have a university built on a heritage, but you have right now so many schools out there. They're and they're producing really good, perhaps, education, etc. And quite frankly, I think the way the world is set up is that when you study, obviously, like to be considered for the best of the best that there is. So I'm curious where that ranks. But now, me coming back from India, it's just very, very obvious that the country is really booming. Like I felt like where I went, the construction is everywhere, and I think there will be a huge change, I think, in the next 10 years when it comes to India. So it's definitely commendable. The speed, I feel like, now that I've been there, how the country is progressing. So I'm just very curious what you guys think about the moment, but also think what, especially the student part of the audience, if that's something that's appealing to you, that's something where you would ideally want to go and study, because at the end of the day, it's really about your own credentials. And I felt like this one has to build itself to regain the glory, if you like. So be super curious to learn from you on that in the comments below. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video with me. If you did enjoy, please give thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next one. Until then, I am sending lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.